You know, the way that they've polarized everything right now is you're on one side or the other, and there's really no in between. And it's really, to me, it's just getting back to that in between. Like, if I'm talking to somebody that's anti-hunting, they think it's the worst thing in the world. Like, I don't care. I don't want to waste my time with you. I'm not going to change your mind, right? It's the person in the middle who's like, oh yeah, I've thought about hunting. Like, what's it like? And they're like, is it like the YouTube video I saw of a guy just murdering birds? And you're like, dude, that's not hunting. Like, hunting is going out, with your kids, your family, your friends, having a good time, respecting the animals, respecting the game. And I think really just getting the center, I don't care about the far right or the far left, like concentrate on the people in the middle that are kind of in between and just work on just showing hunting. And that's kind of my whole thing with the biology stuff, is just trying to use the positive biology, that conservation, and helping promote hunting and that side of it in a good way. Because, I mean, more or less, most of our funds are coming from hunters,
Mm-hmm.
And I get a lot of pushback from other biologists because they're like, oh, you're creating band envy and you shouldn't be showing all those pictures and you shouldn't be doing all this. And it's like, the hunters, we're asking, I'm a hunter myself, a lot of biologists aren't hunters. A lot of these managers aren't hunters, and they could care less about a hunter, and so I'm kind of in the middle, right? I'm a biologist and a hunter, and I like to share. And fortunately, the company I work for, California Waterfowl, agrees too. And they're like, yeah, share what you're doing. It's awesome. Keep it going. And, like I've been told to take down posts before about some of the projects I've helped with. And, that kind of stuff just gets frustrating, but I just keep chugging along, doing what I can do, and just trying to promote that the bridge between biologists and hunters. Like, I don't think it's a very good relationship most of the time, and so I'm just trying to share what we do and kind of try and bring that back to duck hunters, and let them just kind of hold biologists accountable, I guess.
Why do you think it's not a good relationship between the hunters and the biologist?
Well, I just, I hear a lot of hunters that don't trust biology, like right now there's a lot of talk about, oh my God, these pintail limits are ridiculous. There's a bunch of idiots running this stuff. And, it's just hunters like, I went out and I saw 1 million pintails, so I should be able to shoot more. And like, in my opinion, there hasn't been a good conversation with biologists and hunters, and, just like keeping it, just like a lot of the banding operations, like there's banding operations all over the place, but a lot of them, like, they won't let volunteers help. They don't want people to know what they're doing, where they're doing it, any of that stuff. So, yeah.
You would think, though, if you're trying to like drive and get people excited about a sport, that you would want as many volunteers as you could get for some of these projects, because that might get somebody out in the field, like, hey, maybe they shoot a band and like, you know what, I helped band that bird or something like that. You figure that would help promote our sport just a little bit more.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, and that's kind of an avenue that a lot of people can use, kind of the R3 initiative, that a lot of places are pushing, the retain, recruit, reactivate hunters. But God, I was just listening to one of your guys' podcasts. And you're like, what are these damn biologists counting?
That was Jeff.
Think they are? They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
That was Jeff Stanfield over there.
And I stick with my words.
I mean, I'm just kind of busting your balls, but I mean, that stuff happens all the time, and it's like just that understanding, that communication, just that gap. I mean, there's all kinds of cool research that's out now that, they're looking at changing a lot of the models and all that stuff. So it's just that, I don't know.
I had a personal reason to say that, and I stick with it. It was it's very stupid what they're doing here.
For us, for where we are, pushing the season back 2 weeks is no good for us.
It's fucking dumb.
Because we get those specs so early. We get them mid-October. We can hunt November 1. But now we're hunting November 14th. We're going to February 14th. Nothing here.